redshirt freshman cornerback, Tre Swilling.
What's kind of this week been like for you?
Just been trying to focus. It's my first bowl game, so I'm excited. Just given the chance to go to Detroit, play the day after Christmas, and be with my team and the coaches, and be able to send Coach Johnson out on a good note is the main priority for me going into this bowl prep.
What's it like knowing you're going up to Detroit and get a chance to play in Pro Stadium and that kind of thing?
I think it's wonderful. I mean, looking back, I've been to a couple of pro stadiums in Pittsburgh, Miami, and just want to keep on racking them up and see where else we can get to and be able to play in. So I think that'll be fun.
Is it a little more fun when you have those opportunities sometimes to play in like an NFL stadium?
I don't know about more fun because we try to enjoy it whether it's outside at practice or whether it's at home at Bobby Dodd. But I think it's a little bit more added to it. It kind of takes in the feel of what goes on in the stadium, who gets to play there, and where you want to go. So,
do you change the way you your coverage and so forth when you have a short passing game? Do you move up a little more press coverage now with that type of?
Yeah, just kind of depending on the game plan, depending on if the team is more of a deep ball team or if they're a shorter kind of intermediate throwing type of team. So yeah, you kind of have to balance it off of what the quarterback's going to give you. If he can throw out there and make all the throws, or if they run a lot of deep concepts or short concept routes.
Mm-hmm. I think you talked during the season about how important it was to get to 6, to get the seniors to a bowl game. Now that you're there, how important is it for the underclassmen and for yourself to get the seniors to win?
I mean, it's most important. That and getting Coach Johnson's last game is the most important, as it should be for any underclassmen here. Whether it's you're redshirting or you don't play much or whatever the case is, everyone wants to be able to send them out on a good note. Because when I get to be able to sing, I would like for that to be the same narrative.
How do you view this season as a whole when you kind of think about good and bad?
I mean, looking back at 1-3, fast forward to 7-5, I think that explains a lot about the people that we have on the team. We obviously didn't reach our goal to be able to play in the ACC championship and move forward, but I don't think the season was a failure by any chance. I think it showed the grit and tenacity that we have at Georgia Tech, and showing that we have shown strides in the last couple months.
For you personally, what do you take away from your game, the growth, whatever? What's kind of you're looking back over the way you've grown as a player this year? What's kind of your takeaway?
I am still extremely hungry to be better and to be the best at my position in the country. So I think I've made strides. Obviously not where I want to be, but that's kind of always how I am. I always want to limit the mistakes and mess-ups and catches and touchdowns and everything else. So I mean, looking back on it, I think I've done okay, but I'm not close to where I want to be by the time this is over.
As a younger guy, how have you kind of adjusted to the idea of playing for Coach Collins and that sort of thing?
This is all. Last year, that was my first coaching change in my life, with Coach Ruth being gone, and then Coach Woody coming in, and now Coach Collins, and whoever the defensive coordinator is, or how the situation is going to go. So I think it's just a business to kind of understand what's going on. Coach Johnson has had a wonderful career, and thanks to him for being able to give me the chance to be here. And I think adjusting to it will just to it like anything else in life. Everybody has to go through change. Sometimes that's what life is about. So just ready to embrace it.
How do you kind of remain focused, especially these underclassmen? I mean, as far as like you know that the change is coming, but you still have something that you have to finish in the coming weeks.
I think because you just have to always want to improve. It has to be in you to improve every single week, and just to get better and to dominate each day. I think that has to be the main focus. Once you start worrying about the outside things, what's happening a month away and 2 months away, you get lost in what's getting ready to happen the next week or next day. So you just want to take it day by day and just try to be the best that you can. And like I said, win the last game.
Anything else for Tre?
You excited about the nucleus you'll have coming back?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You going home for your couple of days?
Yes. I've been home in 6 months, so I'm kind of excited to be able to go home and say what's up to my friends. It's kind of Christmas time, and then also not trying to lose the fact that we have a game, though. And that's the main focus until the season is over with. And that's just my take on it.
I guess the only plus of playing early in a bowl game is you'll have a nice long break too after the bowl game where you can.
We'll have a decent break, yeah. Something like that.
What do we remember most about Coach Johnson?
Just being able to go out there on Thursdays, he goes out there and he sits down, crosses his right leg over his left, and smokes his cigar. I don't think I'll forget that.
Like while the team's doing stretches, he's doing.
Well, just kind of before practice. It's just been something he's done his entire career, and I just think that's one of the neat things that you kind of just pick up on. No one really you notice it, but it's kind of one of those things just kind of sneak up on you, and week by week. You realize what day it is, and it's Thursday. So I asked him one day, I'm like, so when will we be able to smoke one together? And I was just messing with him, and just kind of gave me some answer and brushed it off. But I think that's one of the things that I'll just take away from it and always just be able to remember. And like everyone says, not every day you get to be able to chance to play for a Hall of Fame coach and one who's been coach for 40 years, longer than hasn't been coaching, almost doubling the years that he hasn't been coaching. So I think that's just powerful, yeah, as a whole.
So like while the whole team is doing the left, like
No, just kind of before we get there, I was walking down there, like before.